Kim Ann Lorber, 42. It was a complete shock back in 2010, a couple of weeks before my 38th birthday. I went in for something annoying and came out with stage 3 cancer. So it's stage 3B colorectal cancer. And the reason I never say it is because it's horrible. It sucks. It's the icky cancer. It's the cancer no one talks about. It's no one screens for. And here I am, a girl who's young. You don't even screen until you're 50. So like, you're the one who has it when you're in your 30s. You know, who never smoked or anything like that and didn't get fat until after you get cancer. And so there's all those preconceived notions. And so I always hate telling people, or when people ask what cancer you have, you know, because every time I've gone to the doctor and you go to the chemo rooms, other people, oh, do you have breast cancer? Do you have breast cancer? Everybody asks me or tell me I have breast cancer. I'm like, no, I don't. I had been pregnant, and most pregnant women will get hemorrhoids. So we thought I had a hemorrhoid, and I had my baby and it wouldn't go away, but you think, and I was really, really tired. And, but you have a baby, of course you're tired. And so I finally, my baby's a little bit older, I go in, they said, well, they'll try to fix it, like through a colonoscopy just to fix it, because doing diet stuff wasn't working, you know, like regular diet stuff. So that's what you're thinking, something stupid, right? And embarrassing. But then you wake up and they tell you they don't even have to wait for the results. You have stage 3 cancer, and they knew it right away. So that was that day. I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, just like, I remember that first week after I was told I had cancer, and I went out of my house and I had to go to the DMV to renew my license, of all things, and everything just seemed brighter. Like, wow, I can see everything, and everybody, like, all these old people, like there were so many old people I was noticing. I'm like, oh my God, how did they get to be so old? You know, I couldn't believe how many old people there were. I'm like, oh, I want to be old. I want to be old. That's how it changed me. Like, I want to be old. And just looking at my kids, because I have 6 kids, and it just scares me that I won't be there for them. So it just changed me. Like, I want to write and tell them everything now, even though they're so young, and maybe these are things you're supposed to wait to tell them when they're older. But it's like, I got to tell them now. I got to tell them all this stuff now. I got to teach them all these life lessons now versus when they're a little bit older, just because what if you're not there to teach them? That's really hard, because you don't know if they're changing just because of themselves, or they're changing because of the way I'm acting. Because, like, I don't reach out to people. I don't go out as much, and because I don't feel good, and I'm just depressed, so I'd be around people as much to bring them down. So people are more disconnected from me, for sure, because of how I act, and just because I'm sure they don't know how to act around me. A couple of things. One, I met a lady. It was so funny. Like, her son does gymnastics with my son, and at the meets or at the gymnastics thing, we wouldn't even say hi. Really, like, oh hi, that was it. Never talked. But then when I got cancer, and then she found out, like, now we're like talk. You know, like she understands it, gets it now. Where before we were just like, oh hey, And so she was my biggest support. And my oldest son, which is so funny because he was like 15, 16 when I got cancer, and he has Asperger's. And he was the one who supported me the most, like doing all those things around the house and stuff. And I had to push him to do things that he would never have done before. Like, he never wanted to drive, but I had to make him get a driver's license so he could drive me to treatments and stuff. So he was a huge support. I mean, and I had a newborn baby too. I had a little baby. And so he would like help with the baby when I was too sick with chemo and stuff. So like, he was the biggest support. And then Gilda's Club. So huge. I mean, because you can come here and everybody just gets it. Everybody doesn't care if you're laughing about cancer. They don't care if you're mad at cancer, or if you're sad or crying or whatever. And so those are my big 3 supports. Scary, like, because now you believe you can die. Like, before, you didn't think you were gonna die. You always, whenever I thought about dying, it was always like when you're 80, 90. I never thought I would ever die before then. You know, you always talked about, oh, I'm gonna go be the old crazy cat lady, or I'm going to do this when I'm old, I'm going to do that. And now it's just scary knowing the future that I'm a realist. I'm not, knowing that you probably will not be, or you will not make it to 80, you know? I hope I make it to 50, or you know, so my youngest is 20 would be great, but he's only 5, so that's a long ways to go.